rolling down a hill. What is going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Ninja Review. It has been an exciting week for review videos on this channel, and hopefully that does not come to a stop today because we are reviewing Marius, Syvanen for Habitat, Aalto on the Free Skate Mag YouTube channel. A link to this video will be in the description below. I probably mispronounced his name. Rewind and play. Starting off, slow-mo, walking through the dirt, slow fade to yellow, walking around, jumping across the gap, decent kickflip to fakie, or do we dare call that a backside flip? I don't know, but I do think it's a great way to start the video. Audio visual presentation. Well, for me, it's just video. Nice air right there, no grab, not sure why that needed to be slow mode. We're getting ready to take flight. Falls on a tail slide, what the fuck? How could you fall that hard? He goes back for revenge. Tail slide, stalls, rolls down the little hill, avoids, wait, we got a rainbow. He avoided hitting that metal rack that time. Setting up for switch heel, switch ollie. Little bit of a rocket ollie there, but you know what? Ollieing off of a small bump like that surely is difficult. Rolling down a hill, skids for the kids. Long roll away. How long is the video? 6.5 minutes. Very nice back nose blunt. Managed to slide it the whole way. A lot of people stall at the end. Whoa, death-defying 5-0, a little bit of tic-tacs at the bottom, probably a rough ground. I was going to say a lot of people, when they back nose blunt on spots like that, they stall at the end and then pop in. I give extra credit to those of you who can back nose blunt and pop in while still sliding. A lot of slow-mo walking. Nice little nose grind, popped all the way out. Rolling down a hill. Very unique video. Show it again. Rolling down a hill. By the way, guys, you can buy your roll-on grind t-shirts on our merch store, which is located just below the description of this video. Very nice. Fakey backside flip there. Cameraman's getting a little wonky. Switch flip coming up. Switch ollie again. I'm getting everything wrong. Rolling down a hill, gap from rock to rock. No way you're gonna grind that thing and probably fall apart. Rolling down a hill. Rolling down a hill again. Another back nose blunt. Popped out again while sliding. Front blunt pops over the ledge. Rolling up, back tail, big spin, no tic-tacs, no toes on the ground. No complaints from me, god damn it. Gap to the front board. I like the action now. They keep us guessing. Slow-mo, then action. Slow-mo, then action. We get a millionaire Nike salesman switch nose grind. I did not expect that because in my mind, I just assumed Janowski faded off into millionairedom. It's nice to see him still skating at a very high level. Switch nose grind right there. Difficult trick. Rolling down a hill. Gap to tail slide. Any skids for the kids? There was one earlier. Flip back tail. Nicely done. Front board shoves on the way out. From P. Duffy. You guys don't know this. I did a demo with Pat Duffy in the year like 2005 for World Industries. Not for him, obviously. We were promoting World Industries shoes. Yeah, imagine. 180 manual, holds on to it. Love to see it. I don't think I tell that story to you guys very often. Sometimes when we're live streaming on Twitch. There's a lot you guys don't know about me. Front board, drops back in on the hard side. Another back nose blunt to fakie, getting a little bit repetitive, but it is a hard trick. Switch front shove to the switch nose slide, then shoves out again. Switch crook, got your bitch shook. Rolling down a hill again. Kick flip across. First trick in the line. Push 20, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times. New record for the year 2025. A 6 push line. I'm not against pushing. I just like singing. Nice back tail right there. Very unique spot. I would hate to wax that spot because everyone that sits down on it is going to get their booty all covered in wax. Now, let me get this clip for the Instagram video. Looks like this guy's going to roll down multiple hills. I love that part, dude. We need to make that a shirt. All right, kickflip tail slide, nicely done with the cab to back tail, I guess if you want to call it that. Whoa, flip cab back tail, love that. That could have easily been the banger. So now I'm wondering, what could be the finishing trick for this? Is that a back tail or is it a front blunt? Nobody knows. Rolling up, tiny flat bar, backside flips out of the 5-0. Love to see it, filming on point, getting a little wobbly for the left turn. Does the upwards kind of, what do you think? Wall ride-ish into the back tail, just on some slant. Thought that was going to be a blunt slide, kind of an over tail slide to fakie. Rolls down the hill. Not any big complaints yet. The gloves are necessary for some types of skating. And I'm going to tell you right now, you probably should not have slow-moed that, because right now, the back truck is not locked in. And there it does get locked in. Front truck not locked in. And then eventually it does get locked in. Some of you may be saying, well, you're some type of skateboarding nerd if you're gonna have to slow-mo it and figure out if the truck's locked in. First off, I'm not a skateboarding nerd if you fell for it, okay? If you're falling for skateboarders lying to you, then you're a sucker. And I'd rather be a nerd than a sucker. All right. Trick still very impressive. I would have just personally called for a redo. Front blunt. Flips out, rolls down the hill. Is that the final trick of the video? If it is, I would say a decent way to end the video. And in the credits, they of course put the 8mm bullshit filter. Overall, a good video part. Couple of problems, maybe a little bit of weird slow-mo walking, but honestly, the excitement factor was there. Plenty of variety. Filming was good. What do you guys think? I'm gonna give this... I feel like if I give it an 8.8, it's kind of a cop-out because we gave another video an 8.8 earlier in the week. But I think it's a fair score. I'm going with the 8.8. Let me know in a comment below if you disagree. Did I miss any violations or did I call out any violations that were, in fact, fair landed tricks? You guys can let me know in a comment below. I upload a video every single day on this channel. I'm gonna remind you guys, an 8.8 is not a bad score. People on Instagram think he only says negative things. 8.8 is something to be proud of, and I think this video will be watched for years. I think the rewatchability factor is there, and at least it's not a 17-minute video with 2 minutes of skating. So the bar for bad videos is like, you know, a bad video when you see it, and this is not a bad video. 8.8, I think, is a fair score. Let me know if you agree or disagree in a comment. I upload a video every single day on this channel, so make sure to subscribe. And we also have merch, which is located just below the description of this YouTube video. I'll see you guys tomorrow with another video. Kuna Matata. In the arms